Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this webinar. In this webinar, we're going to go over 5 benefits of a network dental plan. And perhaps you're currently thinking and you're registered and you're currently even receiving a lot of my emails here. And so you're thinking, well, I've been shopping around for a lot of time, and even maybe today is my first day looking in the market as to what I should get opposed to what I shouldn't get. And so this webinar is really built and designed to help you see the 5 benefits of a network dental plan. Because I think, and I strongly believe, if you can see the benefits and you can see the bigger picture and kind of even some of the behind the scene things that nobody talks about, but that I'm going to give to you and show you really the key and the secret to finding a great dental plan. And I think if you could see the benefit and it makes sense to you, then I think this is going to allow you to feel more confident in terms of actually registering and becoming a member of the Careington 500 series, as well as to allow you to be more confident in your overall health care as well as your dental care. So this is just in every sense of the way built and designed for you, whether it's your first day shopping in the market for a good dental plan, whether you chipped your tooth and you need a dental plan immediately, whether it's a cavity that you just need filled, or you are recently retired and you need a great dental plan because your employee doesn't supply it anymore, or even if your employee plan just doesn't give you enough benefits. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why a network dental plan, and we're just going to call it NDP, network dental plan, from here on out. So why 5 benefits of an NDP plan. It's going to be just so much more benefit for you. And this is really going to be a guide to help you find affordable dental care, which is kind of the bigger buzzword out there that everyone is talking about throughout America. So 114 million Americans currently live today with no dental insurance, and that's DI, dental insurance. And so we want to bring down that rate as much as possible by educating the masses here. So let's go ahead and get into the next slide. And the next slide here we're looking at is going to be traditional mindset. So traditional mindset says I have car insurance, I have house insurance, and I even have health insurance to take care of my overall health care. So what do I need next? Well, I need traditional dental insurance. And so this is how most people think. This is usually what people come into when it comes to searching for dental insurance. They just already have that mindset. It's a traditional mindset because they're already used to doing that with all their other commodities. But we're going to show you here that the TDI, the traditional dental insurance, is not going to be the best solution for you. In fact, statistics are showing that more people live without TDI opposed to people that live with it currently in the United States. And so I have a small picture there of just kind of a book that's labeled Insurance for Dummies. So in fact, the reason I put there, I mean, it's more comical than anything, but the reason I put there, I believe that a lot of people are really out there searching and looking for the best type of dental plan. And so there's no really key resource you can go to. And that's why I created these information webinars to supply as much information for you, the consumer, but more specifically for you, who's someone that is, in every sense of the way, could be part of the largest statistic of 114 million Americans that don't have any type of dental insurance. So maybe you're kind of in that gap. And so these webinars are designed to help you and designed specifically with you in mind. So that's the traditional mindset. Now the next mindset goes like this, and it says really the first key benefit here is pre-negotiated rates opposed to non-negotiated rates, or we call it the network opposed to a zero network. Now, what I mean by that is really the power in numbers. So, I mean, you could think of, right now at the moment, you can think of Costco is probably a good example for many of you out there that are familiar with Costco, which is an organization or a company that exists to buy a lot of commodities, food commodities, in larger quantities. And because they buy them in larger quantities, they're able to turn around to us, the individual person and the small businesses, and able to sell them to us at a reasonable price. And so there is an idea of power of numbers there. So in other words, if you currently have no dental insurance, so that's, you're just looking for dental insurance, or you're needing a good dental insurance, then right now it's just you. And if you went into the dentist and you needed to do something basic like just your x-rays and maybe get a cavity filled, that's going to cost you anywhere from $300 to $350 just because you are going in by yourself and you're paying out of your pocket with cash. Now you might say, well, I rarely go to the dentist. It's maybe once or twice a year, so I'm okay with paying that. But in the long run is that you're actually going to run into a bigger problem. Eventually you'll run into a more major issue that you need, and you're truly going to need someone backing you, someone that can give you the power of numbers. So in other words, you can get away with the easy things like your regular checkups, and still you're going to be paying out of your pocket for that. I wouldn't recommend it, but in terms of your quality dental care, in terms of your overall dental care, you're just not investing wisely in the quality care. So a lot of people have bigger issues long run because they're not caring for their immediate preventative care items. And also, when it comes to the network, we're talking about no surprises. So the way our network plans are designed, which is we're talking about the Careington 500 series here. They're designed so you know exactly what you have to pay or what you pay for up front. So there's not a surprise when you go into the dentist. We call it sticker shock here. And sticker shock is a term usually referred to people like buying cars, and by the time the salesman tells them, this is your overall price, they're falling out their chair because they're shocked by the price that they were being given. And a lot of times that happens inside the dentist, and that prevents a lot of people from wanting to go back to the dentist because they are hit with sticker shock, and they go in for maybe $100 to $150 routine checkup, and they come out with a $2,000 bill. And so that's realistic in the dentist field. So we're talking about traditional versus non-traditional. I'm saying don't let fear drive your overall health care. We kind of move this out of the way so you can see the tip. So don't let fear drive your overall, put this up here, overall health care. So if you're thinking traditional, well, you're going to pay a lot in premiums month to month basis. And in fact, when you go into the dentist, you're going to realize that a lot of your premiums don't even cover for some of the basics. So you're going to pay more out of your pocket when you go in when you have traditional dental insurance. And so it's going to create a lot of fear in you, partly because you're just afraid to go to the dentist because of it's your teeth, it's your mouth, and you don't like people going in there. I don't like people going in there. But the main thing is that you're afraid of price, and so this is going to directly correlate to your overall care, health care. So my tip is that Careington Care 500 series gives you that full fee schedule. So in other words, you're in control of your dental care and not the other way around. Kind of that veil of secrecy that you see inside the dentist field is being removed, allows you specifically as a consumer to take more control of your overall health care, which puts you more in the position of not of being afraid but being confident. So the first real, the real first benefit, if we want to go that route, most Americans are afraid to go to the dentist because they are afraid of overall price rates and no sense of accountability. So that's really huge. We're saying that's the network dental plan right there on the tip. It's affordable and reliable because you know exactly what you should pay before you go into the dentist. You feel confident and not afraid is exactly what we just talked about. So that's going to really be the key benefit is ownership and a sense of affordability. The second one is a sense of affordability. So it's not that you're going to random dentists throughout your long-term care, but you're going to established dentists that you get to build relationships with. You feel confident in going to your dentist now. And in other words, a network dental plan is extremely affordable in comparison to your traditional route of insurance, which usually costs you anywhere from $400 to $600 per year. So this is going to build really a sense of affordability. So you have the confidence of knowing you can go in and really have ownership. And then the second one benefit is going to be affordability. I mean, how many times you could think even in your own life, and recently I was talking to a friend of mine who was saying he was planning a family vacation, and I told him something like this: well, hey, you might plan one family vacation and pay a lot of money because, I mean, in reality, vacations family-wise, and he has 3 to 4 kids, so family-wise, it's really challenging in the sense of affordability. And I told him, me and my wife and our little daughter, we're a family of 3. We do one-day vacays. And he kind of laughed. He's like, well, what do you mean? I said, 1 day vacays are us getting outside of our home and doing something extremely affordable that allows us to have good quality time as a family, allows us not to be completely burnt out because we traveled and did all these things, but also allows us to really create memories. It allows us to create traditions and even just really enjoy each other as a family. And then the cool thing is that it's extremely affordable, so it's very practical and allows us to do this more often than not. So, in other words, in my opinion, I think 1 day vacays are better than once a year throw tons of money at it. And he even told me, my friend was like, man, yeah, I know what you mean, because he's like, I came back from my vacation completely like exhausted because I was so tired, and then I had to take 2 days off of work because I got sick. And so it didn't make sense for him. 1 day vacays make sense for me, and allows me to be and do them more often and build quality in my family opposed to quantity. And so anyways, the third real benefit here is dependable. And what I mean by that is a network dental plan is extremely dependable, and it's going to allow you to be and to provide better overall care for you and your family. Meaning, your family care, one, is extremely important. So most traditional insurance plans are going to cap you and limit you to a certain amount per year. So once you hit that, it becomes non-dependable, so you can't depend on it throughout the year, meaning you're paying your premium anywhere from $40 to $50 a month, and you can't use it because you hit a certain limit or you reach a certain maximum. So it's become extremely undependable. And I don't know about you guys out there, but think of it this way: if you owned a business and you had one employee that was extremely dependable and one employee that was extremely undependable, well, when it comes time to really investing in the two people, you're going to invest more time in training and caring for the one who's extremely dependable opposed to the one who is undependable, because it makes no sense to do that. In fact, there might even be a time where you have to let him go or have to let her go because they become extremely undependable. Well, in the same sense, when it comes to your overall health care, like your dental care, you want to find a plan that makes sense. You want to find a plan that you're willing to invest in the long term, because it's going to be dependable for you and your family, and also for your actual care for the thing that you really need to tend to, which is your overall health care and your oral care. So I say there, you want what is best for your own personal care, not merely dental insurance that caters to large groups and not individuals. So again, something dependable opposed to undependable. Now, me, Jason. Jason comes from a family of three, and his parents really have a regular dental plan through the workplace. So maybe his dad, his mom works, and they work full time, so they get the traditional, the TDI dentist plan. And with traditional dental plan, it turns out Jason has a need, and Jason has actually a need for braces. And because braces cost a lot of money, anywhere from $3,000, $4,000 to get braces, what traditional dental insurance does, it says this is considered a cosmetic procedure opposed to a medical procedure. Now, a medical procedure means this is something you absolutely need for your health. A cosmetic procedure is something you're choosing to get to cosmetically look better. So because it's considered a cosmetic procedure, traditional dental insurance will not give a single penny to help you out pay for this procedure. And of course, Jason, maybe he's coming out of middle school, maybe he's going into middle school, maybe he's in fact headed to high school. And Jason feels less confident because he doesn't have the smile that every other kid his age has. And because he can't get braces because the traditional dental plan doesn't allow him to, he's going to go into the school year feeling less confident. That could even impact his academic school year, impact his ability to connect and make relationships with different friends. So what I'm going to say is, my tip here is that a network dental plan on average will save you anywhere from $900 to $1,400 off of braces. And this is a direct savings off of the overall cost, bringing down the rate of what you would normally pay out of your pocket. And also, we'll be able to keep your yearly rate down as low as possible, because Jason, when he gets his braces, he's going to need to go back to the dentist to do regular checkups and routine checkups to tighten the braces. And every checkup he goes, because more than likely he's seeing a specialist, which is an orthodontist. So overall, you're going to save on those costs and those yearly visits as well. And I don't know about you, but $900 to $1,400, again, if you threw the word vacation out there, that's a trip, to do a family vacation. That's money you would spend opposed to money you're saving. And so it just makes sense for you to go the route of a network dental plan opposed to traditional dental insurance. Let's do another example. Meet Michael. He recently launched, Michael recently launches a small business and has employees to care for, as well as his family. Michael gets traditional dental insurance, and he's going to pay extremely high premiums for his entire small business. And then this is actually going to limit him in terms of what benefits he gets, and then even limit his employees in terms of what benefits they get, as well as what benefits their family gets. Because, again, there's limits and there's a tons of caps onto what the dental insurance gives. So that doesn't make sense. But what does make sense is a network dental plan will keep premiums as low as possible. And the monthly starting rate for a network dental plan starts at $9.95. So that's extremely affordable. That makes sense for him and his small business. Family plans, so family plans of 3 or more, like me, my wife, and my daughter, start at $17.95 per month. And the cool thing about the family plans, the things that really benefit families as well as small businesses, is once you reach the limit of 3, every other member, as long as they're in your household, can be added on at no additional cost, regardless if your child is in college or your child is above 21 years old, above 25, 30. It doesn't matter as long as they're in your household and under your household umbrella, they can be added on to your plan at no additional cost. So that's a huge benefit right there. The next thing we're saying is a network dental plan makes sense and for your family and your small business. So the tip here is that is the TME principle. Now, the TME principle is this. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of it. It's if it doesn't make sense, then you shouldn't invest time, which is the T, M, which is money, or energy. So the TME principle: time, money, energy. If it doesn't make sense, you shouldn't invest your time, your money, or your energy. So we're going to say that as well with traditional dental insurance. It just doesn't make sense in the bigger scheme of things, in what you need, which probably is most effective for you and your family. It just doesn't make sense. Now, really what I think, and the reason I believe there's 114 million Americans nationwide that don't have a good affordable dental plan, or don't even go to see a dentist because they have no type of dental insurance or anything, is partly because they can't qualify for it, maybe their income, but also just because of the simple fact that they haven't been educated. So it is my goal and truly my ambition to help millions of Americans nationwide to find affordable dental care. Not just find affordable dental care, but become a member of Careington. Because when they become a member of Careington, that allows them to go in to see a dentist, allows them to be part of this larger network of 10 million people nationwide that have joined our team and become a member of a network dental plan opposed to traditional insurance. So what I believe is that the more you are educated, the more that you'll become part of the solution. And so for you and your family, and maybe for your kids, most of the statistics out there, most of the people that don't have dental insurance are families with kids. And so we want to make sure that you as a mom or dad, or you as a business owner, you as an entrepreneur, you as a senior, you as one who's recently retired, you are caring for your own needs, as well as being in a position to educate people that are in need. So maybe you share this webinar with people. Maybe you share the referral program we have with Careington with some of your friends, family members as well. And so the fourth benefit we're simply saying is this, that the fourth benefit is that you get to use any dentist at any time with no delay, or really not any capacity that prevents you from switching your dentist. And finding a dentist is challenging. So Careington allows you to do this without any barriers. And my tip for you is this: you can schedule multiple dentists in order to work with multiple dentists so that you can find someone you're completely comfortable with. So, in other words, in layman terms, to say this plainly, the fourth benefit is that you, as someone who's taking ownership of your dental care, you get to, within the network, choose any dentist at any time. You don't have to contact us. You just contact them, let them know that you're a member of Careington. We have an easy search engine that you can do that through, and then you can set your appointment. So right now, if you became a member, you could set up 3 appointments with 3 different dentists, and in the sense that you could visit every dentist that you extremely. So say you set the dentist with your right now, in the terms of 12 months, you go see the dentist for your regular checkup. 6 months from now, you go see the other dentist for your regular checkup, and maybe at the tail end of the month, you go, or the end of the year, you see that third dentist. And through that 3-step process, by the time of searching the different dentists, you could definitely narrow down who is your favorite dentist, who you feel extremely comfortable with, someone you truly want to use for the rest of your health care, as long as you live in that capacity. And then the good thing about the network is if you ever travel throughout the United States or anywhere in the U.S., you can use the plan as well in the larger network. So that's the fourth benefit. And here's a basic comparison. So traditional dental insurance versus a network dental plan. The first year is going to cost you, going the route of TDI, it's going to cost you anywhere from $600, $400 to $600, we're saying, on average about $600 for you and your family. And with the NADP plan, or Careington 500 series, you're going to pay a heck of a lot less than that. Your second year, in fact, you're going to pay well over $1,200 a year. With one of our Careington plans, you're going to be paying so much less than that $1,200 mark. So you can see just right there in that comparison alone, you can be saving tons of money off your first and second year. And the hope is that we would get you not just as a member for 1 year, but we would really design a plan with you in mind so that your needs are being met truly, and that allows you to feel confident in your plan, allows you to stay with us for multiple years, and really invite other people into becoming a member of Careington as well. So people are saying this. Samantha says this, that NDP, Network Dental Plan, is the way to go. I saved $1,000 off my dental bill. Other people are saying that. This is Trevor from New York. He says, I'm a believer in NADP because it makes sense. So I think he gets it there, and it totally makes sense to him. And then Cassidy says this, again in New York, says, I'm part of the solution, I'm assuming not a growing statistic. And so that's cool. And these are all users that use the Careington Care 500 series. That is really America's #1 network dental plan, and so you want to make sure you take advantage of this plan as well. And so these are some benefits of an NADP plan opposed to TDI. And so really what I'm saying is it's time to join the larger community of Careington. A network plan just makes sense opposed to a traditional plan that does not make sense. And so a network plan through Careington, we have over 140,000 dentists nationwide, and this allows you to handpick dentists opposed to randomly picking dentists, in the sense that we've actually vetted all our dentists. We put them through a high criteria to make sure that they reach all these different levels of criteria, meaning they have to be in business for an extended period of time. They have to have an extended history of providing great customer service to their patients. And so it's really a vetting process that we put them through. And then you can always refer your dentist. So maybe right now you have a great dentist and you want to refer them into the network. We want that to take place as well. So really the fifth and last benefit is really a healthier you. And so I put a book here, and the book is kind of it's kind of an illustration, but it says the 7 habits of highly effective people. All of a sudden I forgot how to read. So let me say that again. The 7, and this sold over 15 million copies. The 7 habits of highly effective people. So this is a book by Stephen R. Covey, depending how you want to pronounce that. And he sold more than 50 million copies nationwide. So what I'm saying is, look, if there are people willing to buy a book, and maybe it was 150 to 200 pages, and read this book because they want to become effective people, meaning maybe in the workplace or what relational base, whatever it is, and there's 15 million people that did this nationwide, then I'm saying that what you want to do is think in terms of an investment. If I think this is going back to high school, my sports therapist told me this and would say this often. She would say, if exercise is to the body as reading is to the mind, then you need to spend a lot of time doing both. And then, so what we're saying here is your overall oral care directly affects your overall health care. So the fifth benefit why you want to invest in an NADP, or the Careington Care 500 series, a network dental plan, is that you're going to have a healthier lifestyle, which will benefit you in more ways than you can truly imagine. Think of it in terms of this. If you're able to care for your preventative care items, this is directly going to correlate to some of the bigger issues like bone disease. It's going to directly affect cavities, which rot out the gums, and it's going to directly affect the loss of teeth. In other words, this is going to put you in a position to be more confident about your health. And then statistics say 59% of people who have no health dental insurance benefits are at a higher risk of heart disease, at a higher risk of bone disease, and even at a higher risk of diabetes. So we want to prevent that as much as possible. I say, in quote, your overall health cannot be neglected. Your oral care directly influences your health care. So there is a direct correlation, and make sure that you are not just thinking 7 habits of highly effective, of how to make yourself more effective, but think 5 benefits of how to make your overall healthcare make sense to you and your family. So that's going to be really the 5 benefits of a network dental plan that sums up this webinar. So really the call to action here, really to get you moving, is now to jump on our website, and that is, I can just go ahead and type it in here. It's going to be www.carington, it's spelled non-traditional, care.co, expand that a little bit, and that's going to take you to our website, and that's going to allow you to register specifically on the Careington Care 500 series. That's going to allow you to immediately start your plan right away. That's going to allow you to get a dental plan for you, your family, or your small business. If you need more coaching tips, there's a number on there that you can call. It directly routes to my personal line, so I'm here to work with you specifically in answering any more plans or any more details on the plan itself. But more than anything, we want to make sure this makes sense for you. You can do the research out there. You can spend hours upon hours researching, but what you're going to find is that there's no one really telling you the behind the scenes stuff. And so this is some of the behind the scenes stuff that you don't get over the phone, that you don't get through online researching. And then more than anything, it could be really tricky and challenging and then time consuming. But the TME rule, remember that. Time, money, and really investment, or in terms of what you're going to do, it's got to make sense for you. So go ahead and log on, or not log on, but go ahead and type in your web browser, www.caringtoncare.co, and register for this plan. You have the 3 different options you can choose from. So if this makes sense for you, I think it does. We try to put it in a way that in every sense of the way really allows you to see the full effects of what this plan could do for you, and so we want to make sure that you're being cared for, that you, your family, are being cared for. So go ahead and register now on the Careington 500 series, and if you have any additional questions, really we want to work with you to help you answer all the questions you need and get this plan registered right away so you can start caring for your dental care, which is ultimately going to affect your overall health care. But really and truly, more than anything, this is going to allow you to have the healthy lifestyle I think that you've always wanted, as well as you and your family. And even in the process, you get to save tons of money off your dental bill per year, as well as your monthly. So thanks again for tuning in. My name's David. Thanks again, and hope to connect with you soon and talk more about these webinars on how you and your family can find affordable dental care. Thanks.